Hi everybody, it is Friday, May 8th. We made it to Friday. And we are here with another edition of the Poem of the Day. I've been reading some poems recently about like those little moments, and this is a poem also about that idea, it's a poem by Rosemary Catacalos. And I really just like what she does with the like the collection of small things. That's kind of like the purpose of the poem. So I really like what she does there. So this is a poem called "Perfect Attendance: Short Subjects Made from the Staring Photos of Strangers," and I guess it's based on either a piece of jewelry or a jeweler from Chicago that she knows, and it's based off of a piece that is sort of described with those staring photos of strangers. So here we go. It starts with a quote from Gaston Bachelard. "The hand has its dreams too, and its own hypotheses. It helps us to come to know matter in its secret inward parts." So, perfect attendance, short subjects made from the staring photos of strangers. Suppose in the old sense they are waiting, expecting these loose silver frames to dissolve in a million scenes, different every time and yet familiar, sponges brought up from the dream floor, cuttings spliced into the bluing grain of close-up, and careful backward steps toward the big picture, bringing what we can into view. As when someone's Uncle Theo, his name the old Greek joke of Uncle, misjudges his scythe-like sponge knife beneath the reef at Tarpon Springs, and bright red ribbons stream into this foreign sea from his bleeding hand, the one that puts food on the table, and down in that pain he thinks of spring, and how his island blooms shore to shore, red poppies his grandfather told him are every drop of blood ever shed in a war. If I've said this last before, forgive what can't be said too many times. And then the hand that wears a crocheted glove sometimes removes the glove and smokes, sometimes smokes with the glove on, both years later and in another life, for the crocheted glove is first supremely drawn to wild violets in a Texas pecan bottom on mornings still cool at 7. Violets set in a small pink glass at the bedside of the old woman who coughs and will not come back, even a lifetime later when the crocheted gloves are bought in a thrift shop and taken out dancing where women smoke. Such as an older schoolmate named Olga, whose right hand blurs at the register. This is the 50s, when the keys are round and rimmed with silver, dry beans, milk, thin tortillas. She rings me up so fast, chimes the sum, left hand flashing a tiny diamond, and her long reach down the counter for a bag, stop-framed over and over in the air. A many-armed goddess who one day is not in school because her father has died under a train in the roundhouse a few blocks away, his grease-streaked right hand still clutching a wrench. What if, finally, neither art nor life is imitation, and each waits everywhere, full-blown, but needing the gift of perfect attendance? A twirling red skirt, work boots coated with clay mud, a weathered ladder left askew near a pear tree in afternoon sun, basket nearby. Whatever we cherish, we save. Muybridge's incessant horses, the clock covering its mysterious face with its hands. I like how that poem kind of is a little like memory association. That it feels like it kind of toes a line between careening out of control and making perfect sense. When we think of things, memory is a funny thing. When we think of things, when we remember things, we often, I think, might careen a little bit out of control because, our subconscious, probably, knows where it wants to go more than we do sometimes, especially talking about memories and things like that. In any event, that is our poem for Friday, May 8th. And yeah, I hope you have a good weekend coming up. And continue taking care of yourselves. Keep washing your hands. Keep being good to yourselves. And we'll see you next time for another poem of the day. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.